The story of how Instagram really came to be isn't just your regular startup tale. It's a gripping journey filled with twists and turns that shook the world of social media. You might not realize it, but Instagram's untold truth is important because it shaped how we connect and share our lives today. The impact of this story on social media goes beyond the screen. It's a roller coaster ride of innovation, power struggles, and personal sacrifice. So, sit tight as we dive into the untold story of Instagram, which has changed how you interact online. It started with two regular guys, Kevin Systrom and Mike Krieger, who had a common dream. They wanted to create a platform that captured life's moments in a simple and real way, just like you. Little did they know, this dream would soon become Instagram. Kevin and Mike weren't tech giants. They were just passionate individuals who shared a vision. Instagram's concept was as straightforward as it gets. It was all about sharing photos with friends. Nothing more, nothing less. You could snap a pic, slap on a filter, and post it for your buddies to see. There are no complicated features, no distractions, just pure simplicity. It was something you could easily grasp, which made it special. Instagram hit the App Store with a subtle buzz, and then, out of nowhere, it was everywhere. The growth was nothing short of meteoric. In what seemed like the blink of an eye, Instagram went from a handful of users to millions. The real-world aspect was key. People were capturing moments as they happened, and they were sharing a piece of their lives with the world. It was authentic, not scripted or staged. It was like you were part of a global album of everyday stories. Now, you might wonder, how did this small venture become a billion-dollar behemoth? And how did Instagram go from being just a cool app to a social media titan that caught the eye of Facebook? Facebook's interest in Instagram didn't spring from nowhere. It had deep roots. You see, Facebook saw Instagram as a threat, a platform rapidly stealing the limelight. It was like your favorite band opening for a newcomer, and that newcomer was Instagram. The billion-dollar acquisition deal between Facebook and Instagram was a shocker. You'd think a small photo sharing app was bought for $1 billion. Sounds insane, right? But that was only the tip of the iceberg. The deal not only came with a hefty price tag, but also implications that would reshape the world of social media. Kevin Systrom wasn't entirely gung-ho about the acquisition. His initial hesitation stemmed from wanting to keep Instagram independent and true to its roots. It was like selling your cherished family car. You wanted to make sure it ended up in good hands. The acquisition, however, was a game changer. Instagram had the resources and backing of a social media giant, which meant more tools, more features, and more growth. The move had far-reaching consequences for Instagram's future, but paved the way for internal struggles and power shifts. One of the biggest issues that emerged was the clash between Instagram's original vision and Facebook's aspirations. Instagram was about keeping things simple and authentic, like you were sharing moments with friends. On the other hand, Facebook had a broader agenda, and this tension started reshaping Instagram. Facebook's influence on Instagram's design and features was undeniable. You could see it in how Instagram's interface evolved and how new features popped up, designed to keep users engaged longer. The simplicity and purity of Instagram began to fade as it embraced elements from its parent company. Kevin Systrom found himself losing creative control. It's like writing a song and then having others add verses you didn't quite agree with. His initial hesitation in the acquisition was now making sense as he watched his creation transform into something he hadn't fully signed up for. The relationship between Instagram and Facebook was deteriorating as these tensions mounted. So, how did these internal struggles affect Instagram's journey, and what was their next battle on the horizon? Now, a new player emerged on the social media scene. It was Snapchat, the app that allowed you to share moments that disappeared like a wisp of smoke. Instagram couldn't ignore this threat, and they needed to respond. Instagram's response to Snapchat was the introduction of stories. Now, you can share temporary moments alongside your permanent posts, offering the best of both worlds. The simplicity that Instagram was known for was blended with Snapchat's fun spontaneity. But Instagram wasn't satisfied with merely emulating Snapchat. They poached some of Snapchat's top influencers, making sure they now had a stake in both camps. It was a strategic move, like getting a rival team's star player to join your side. They took Snapchat's firepower and aimed it back at them. The impact was profound. Instagram stories started to overshadow Snapchat's growth. Snapchat had to reassess its game plan. So how did Instagram's bold move affect Snapchat's future? And what happened when the battle reached the top? That's where Snapchat's co-founder and CEO Evan Spiegel's paranoia and accusations come into play. Evan Spiegel couldn't shake off the growing resentment he felt toward Facebook. Accusations started swirling that Facebook had sent spies to Snap, Snapchat's parent company. Snap was trying to convince lawmakers that Facebook was becoming a monopoly and that it was no child's play. Legal battles were waged between Snap and Facebook. They locked horns over patents, copycat features, and market dominance. The stakes were high, and it was a battle for supremacy. Meanwhile, Kevin Systrom had a different vision. He desired to part ways with Instagram and embarked on a new venture. The deal was struck, and Kevin and his team left Instagram. They were ready to set sail on a new adventure. They called it RT Live, a startup that aimed to reshape live events. It was like starting from scratch, but with experience and a new canvas. However, Kevin's journey wasn't all smooth sailing. He faced a cocktail of personal and professional challenges as he navigated the tumultuous waters of entrepreneurship. So, what was Kevin's new venture all about? And how did his experiences shape his path forward? The perception of selling Instagram for $1 billion may seem like the ultimate success story. It's like hitting the jackpot and the world sees you as a winner. However, the reality for Kevin Systrom was far more complex. He grappled with the bitter truth of losing creative control and the freedom to shape Instagram's destiny. The decision to leave Instagram left Kevin with mixed emotions. It was akin to leaving behind a cherished project, watching it evolve in ways you might not have chosen. There was a sense of liberation in pursuing new ventures and a tinge of nostalgia for the platform he had nurtured. Despite Kevin's departure, Instagram continued to flourish under Facebook's ownership. The simplicity and authenticity that made Instagram an icon persisted, and its success endured. The story of Instagram underscores the power of a great team and a strong concept. It's a testament to what can be achieved when talented individuals come together with a clear vision. This journey also highlights the delicate balance between the benefits and drawbacks of acquisition. While the financial rewards can be substantial, they often come at the cost of creative control and autonomy. It's a decision many startups grapple with as they weigh the allure of financial gain against the loss of independence. One of the key takeaways from Instagram's evolution is the importance of staying true to a startup's mission. Instagram's commitment to simplicity and authenticity remained a guiding force even after the acquisition. It serves as a reminder that core values should never be compromised, no matter how the landscape changes. As seen through Instagram's journey, the fast-paced growth and evolution of social media platforms mirror the broader tech landscape. It's a world where innovation and adaptability are paramount, and staying ahead of the curve is essential. The lessons learned from Instagram's story have left an indelible mark on the startup world. It's a narrative that inspires and warns in equal measure, reminding entrepreneurs of the challenges and opportunities that await. So, what's your startup story waiting to be written? And how will you navigate the challenges and triumphs of the entrepreneurial world? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more captivating business insights.